Thank you for tuning in to today's vlog. I actually wanted to talk to you a little bit of something I had mentioned a couple vlog posts ago. If you do remember, I had talked about blogs on my vlog, and one of the blogs is written by a friend of mine whose name is Blair, and Blair is a photographer. And Blair doesn't just do family photography or food photography or just one little niche. Blair is actually part of the Public Breastfeeding Awareness Project with several other photographers who try and bring about a sense of normalcy to breastfeeding in public. Now, personally, I was able to feed Ryder for about 6.5 months, which was a huge accomplishment for me with going back to work. So I was really excited about that, and I was very proud of myself. But from what I understand, now, this didn't happen to me because I did not feed in public because I was not comfortable enough to, and this could be part of the reason why. But it seems that there are many, many people who take offense to mothers breastfeeding in public. Now, I understand or I guess I can't say that, I don't really understand, because feeding a child, that's like telling me I can't give my child a bottle in public, or telling me that I can't have my child eat applesauce in public. There are several adults whose table manners are so disgusting that they probably shouldn't be allowed to eat in public, but no one goes to them and tells them that they can't have whatever it is that they're eating. Now, I understand it has to do with nudity, politically correct nature of our society, and that's kind of a big thing because many, many years ago, eons and eons ago, breastfeeding was a norm. People were actually hired as wet nurses in order to feed the babies of the family. So it's kind of a huge deal that we've gotten away from that because there are so many things that mothers are trying to do. We have stay-at-home moms, we have working moms, we have dual income families, we have so many things where breastfeeding is kind of put on the back burner, whereas if you are able to do it and you want to do it, I think you should be able to do it. If you want to formula feed and you think that formula feeding is best for your family, you should be able to do it without prejudice. It goes both ways. With our family, we were able to feed Ryder. I was able to feed Ryder, and then he switched to formula. Now, formula is expensive. If I had been able to feed him longer, I probably would have. But do I think he's any worse off because he had formula? No. Do I think that he is going to do well because I was able to feed him? Yes. Does that make me better than someone else who was unable to feed their child? Definitely not. It's just all about what is best for you and your family. I am a big supporter of this cause, though, because I do feel that it is something that probably needs to be taken into account as far as people's perception. Now, they talk about the Public Breastfeeding Awareness Project actually has its own Facebook page. It is its own cause. I believe it was started in 2013, this specific cause, and it's actually gone viral in the last year or so. Blair has always taken photos of breastfeeding mothers in places of their choosing that is comfortable for them. One of her photos was featured in the Huffington Post last year, and it was actually a picture of a mother breastfeeding while she was grocery shopping in Wegmans. And it was just a very calm, serene photo, and it just seemed to kind of blow up, which was awesome. It blew up along with the rest of the photos that were in that post, and that kind of spotlighted mothers who were feeding in public. And the Public Breastfeeding Awareness Project also, I believe, I could be speaking off the cuff here, but I do believe that it's one of those things that is striving to make women feel comfortable and able to do it in a place that is safe, or anywhere that it would be safe. If you've been anywhere recently, Target has come out and actually highlighted one of their long-standing principles about if a mother does need to feed their child, they should be offered a fitting room instead of a restroom. You wouldn't want to eat your dinner in a bathroom. My child shouldn't have to eat their dinner in a bathroom. That's pretty much their feeling, or the feeling of many breastfeeding mothers. Another thing is that a lot of times if you are trying to feed a child out in public or out somewhere that's not in the comfort of your home, people will ask you to cover up. Have you ever eaten your lunch on just a blanket like over your head? If you've ever tried to eat your lunch with a blanket over your head, you know how this feels. It's hot, it's sticky, it's not an enjoyable meal, and you don't really get the most out of it. Now, for a baby who doesn't know how to say those feelings, how to verbalize how they're feeling, it's basically just an unhappy feeding for them. And that's not really fair. They're not going to get what's necessary. They could be fussier. They could make more noise. And a lot of times, if you are just walking through the mall or a park and you see a mother sitting on a bench, you'd probably have to look 2 or 3 times to see if she was actually breastfeeding. So it's not a brazen showing of the body. It's the means to an end. Feeding your child is making them healthy, is helping them grow, is creating a better bond between the two of you. This is just one of those subjects that's kind of near and dear to my heart because I didn't really feel like I could go anywhere and feed Ryder when we were at that stage. It didn't seem comfortable to me. I did have a big issue with people possibly looking at me or confronting me, or, I mean, it's hard enough being a new mother for the first time and trying to figure out how to feed your child, not adding to it or not confounding the situation with somebody gawking at you or telling you to cover up or being upset with you for feeding your child. It's stress that you don't need. You're already stressed enough as a new mom. There's no need to confound it with other people's opinions and other people's thoughts. If people would just accept it, it'd be much easier. Well, we can say that about a lot of things. If you've ever seen there was a viral video clip that went out on Facebook about a year ago, and it was about the different mommy groups and how all of the different mommy groups kind of bully each other as far as saying one thing is better than the other. This way is the right way, that way is the wrong way, instead of just looking at it and saying this is a different way. Our ways might be different, but they might both be what's best for our children. That is what I think is at the root of most of the problems when it comes to mommy bullying. I have actually been a part of and left several Facebook groups that had put out that they were here to support moms and be a great group and ask questions and get answers and support one another. And really what it turned into was if you asked a question, and this didn't happen to me personally because I wasn't really brave enough to ask questions, or at least hot topic questions. If you asked a hot topic question, it became a debate more than asking for and getting opinions, and polite opinions. I think a lot of people hide behind their keyboards, and unfortunately those who are hiding behind the keyboards are becoming a little bit more brazen, and they're stepping out into the public and they're saying things to people in public that you wouldn't say to someone if you thought about the way it would affect them. And that's kind of a big deal because, I don't know about you, but my parents raised me better. If you didn't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Sorry, I had to add a little person back to our video. Say hi, Rai Rai. There's Rai Rai. As I was saying, my parents raised me a lot better as far as being understanding and supportive of others. And I just really thank the Public Breastfeeding Awareness Project for bringing light to the strife of others sometimes, and things that people find that are a little bit difficult for them, and look to support others and kind of work toward a more positive environment for mothers who do choose and who are able to breastfeed. It doesn't seem to put down mothers who are unable to breastfeed or who have chosen formula that's the best need for them. What's up? What's up? What's so hard? Oh. But I do thank them for putting together this project and just raising awareness for things that are important to people. And I do really commend Blair for everything that she's done to promote this project, and the pictures she's taken are absolutely beautiful. And I look forward to seeing what she's doing. There's actually a new, I believe it's like a short film that's coming out. I think it's called Lactoboobophobia, which is just a short film about public breastfeeding awareness and just kind of the way that people react to and the stories that they have gone through with their own personal breastfeeding journeys. So I look forward to seeing that. Go ahead and check out what Blair has been doing and the other photographers have been doing on that public breastfeeding awareness page. I thank you for your support to this channel and also to whatever cause that you feel strongly about. Yeah, what do you feel strongly about? And I just ask that you share things positively. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, we will, can you say it, Ryder? We will see you later.